to my channel. My name is Laura. Today is day 27, which is Postcard by Meg Journals. And the thing that I thought of immediately was a stamp set that I got from Heidi Swap, which was called Postcard. So here is the stamp set that I'm going to be using today to make a postcard to put in my journal. However, my desk again is overwhelmed with stuff. Yes, I need to put away my stamp sets. I'm going to show you a pile that's been sitting for June and July. So yeah, this is how much I'm getting overwhelmed because everything keeps coming in. And yeah, and I haven't been able to put this stuff away. I do use Airtable to track all my stamp sets, so I'm able to find them again. So let me share what I'm talking about. All right, so I have a stack of stuff. This I just entered. Okay, so I just entered this. I just entered the Creative Stamping 122. I just found this on my shelf, Creative Stamping 115, which is a Christmas set that I never put away. So I found that in my magazines while I was searching. And then this is all the new stuff that still needs to be labeled. So I have a stack. So what I do is I label each one. I'll show you the other one. Okay, so what I do is I labeled the stamp set, I name it, and then when I receive it, and then I enter it into Airtable. I will type in all these items into Airtable. It takes a while to do this, so that's why it piles up and I don't have time to do it, because I will write every single word. I'm a fast typist, but I will write every single word, like never lost, always exploring. I write that into Airtable, and when I search for something, like say I'm looking for something that's lost, and this stamp set will pop up, never lost. So yeah, it takes a long time to enter everything, but since I already started entering all my stamp sets, this is the way I'm doing it still. So I will label each one of these, and yeah, and then I will put them into the categories. So let me label them, and then I'll be back and I'll tell you that what stamp sets I do have that I just got in. Okay, so I wanted to explain something to you, why it takes me so long. Okay, so when I get a stamp set, it comes in this package here, right? And what I do is I take off this whole top part. So I cut them off. And then it has a pocket so I could take my stamp set in and out. Okay, I label each one with a stamp thing. I take a, I have some already pre-cut, but I use a tab. It doesn't matter what color or whatever. This is May 05, so I will label it. Actually, it says it, May Agenda. So it's called May Agenda, so I will label it. If I can get a pen. So I will label it May Agenda. And then 2023. All right, and then I staple it onto here. Now, I have come across, I use the tiny attacher, I just stapled this on. And then I enter it into Airtable, I take a picture of it, and then I type in all these words. I've come across, this is why I'm telling you, I've come across some that don't have some backgrounds, and I have to cut a piece of paper and stick it behind here. So here's the piece of paper. Otherwise, you can't see the stamp set. So this one is a 4x6. I put just a plain piece of paper behind there, and I will put a tab on there. And then this one had no tab as well, no backing, I mean. But I couldn't even see the stamp set without it, see? So I always put a white piece behind. So let me still continue labeling these, and I'll share which ones I have here. Here we are. We have them sorted by category, and I still have to enter these in the computer, but I did enter them in my phone. So what I enter in my phone is the name of the stamp set. And then I take a picture of the stamp set. And then I go to my computer and then I type in all these words, which I still need to do. But I'm just going to share what I have here. So I have July Agenda by Heidi Swap. And yeah, so that's that one. Then I have June Agenda by Heidi Swap. And I love the sewing machine, the word create, creativity. Then I have May Agenda by Heidi Swap. And yeah, I like to get all the stamp sets in the year. So yeah. Then I have the August 2023 add-on for Lindsay's Oldstrom's stamp set. This is the add-on. And then I have the July one for Lindsay Oldstrom. I got these at Adorn It, those two. All right, so these go in my monthly box. That's why I have it separated that way. And I sort it by category, like January, February, March, whatever. Now, these are miscellaneous ones. And I just sort by size. And I ordered these from Amazon. No, this one I got from Etsy. This is an odd stamp set. And it's called, I called it Overthink This. Someone was trying to get rid of it. It's something that they had in their stash. And I will read the stuff. It says, this is fine. Me overacting probably. I swear I have it all together. Chief Chaos. I'm late for something. My brain has too many things. Hold on. Let me overthink this. Good morning. Let the stress begin. Stressed and coffee obsessed. So that's just, and then there's this person on a couch, which, yeah, so this is, something that I've been dealing with lately. So I was like, this is perfect for my frame of mind right now. So I got that one on Etsy. Then in Michael's, I got this Hearts in Frame Recollections set. I love the framing, and I'm doing like lots of journaling in between the frames, and I thought this was great. This and this one came together. I think it was like $10 for both sets, and I love that. So I called this one Hearts, and I called this one Frames. So that's how I'm going to enter it in the system. And then Dollar Tree had some new ones that I didn't have. So this one has dragonflies. That's what I named it. Yeah. May good things grow all year long. Thank you for your kindness. And then here's another Dollar Tree one. I called this one Flowers, which I didn't have. This is great for stamping and then coloring it in. So yeah, Dollar Tree, $1.25. How can you pass that up? The next one is Journals for Life. This is called Pets, and I've used this recently. It has Dog Mama on it, Time Together, and then it has like dogs and cats, family, feed me. So that's that one. Another Journal for Life, I got Story. This life, this place, this story. It has some splashes, some journaling circles. Yeah, so that's that one. Then I found tea stains, and I found this, I believe, on Etsy. And this is great for junk journaling and mixed media. So that's that one. And then in Michael's, I got the Recollections Hearts. So I love that. It also has the journaling block. Love lots of hearts to just put all over the pages. So that's that one. I already showed you the Stamp Society. I have Calendar Girl June 2003 that I had to put away. I think Mojo needs to go out. This is the one that I found in my stash. This is stamping, Creative Stamping 115. This has all houses and stuff like that. And then this is one I recently purchased. This is My Cup of Tea. This is out in the stores now. This comes with 2 stamp sets, which is really cool. And then on Etsy, I got this Noteworthy by Tim Holtz. This, again, is what I'm dealing with right now. It has lots of words on here. Live your story, be fearless, own your dreams, make today amazing, shine brightly, hope is never lost, believe in yourself, best day ever. You do you, limited edition, hello there, collect beautiful moments. If not now, then when? You are enough. The best is yet to come. Stop overthinking. Yep. So I got this one on Etsy. Yeah. So that's that stamp set. So I'm going to enter all these and I'll be back to make some kind of postcard. Okay, so in order to put postcards in my junk journal, I need to make a pocket. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to make the pocket. I already made my index cards, my postcards, and I will share that as well. But first, let's make the pocket so I can include it in my book. I'm going to use this postcard stamp set from Heidi Swap. She did this in 2022. I don't know what month, but this is the set I'm going to use to decorate the cover. And I'm just going to do randomly stamp with archival ink, and I don't think I'm going to do any color. I'm just going to do a black and white, I believe. And let's just randomly stamp stuff on here, and just to make a cover type thing. And when I think of postcards, I think of stamps. So I have a lot of stamps here. So let's just stamp some of these stamps randomly. I like this flower one. Oh, I like the butterfly one. Let's do the butterfly one. And we'll stamp. Where's my stamp thing? Okay, so I'm going to stamp randomly on the paper. I just have a 3 3/4 sheet of paper by the height of my book, which is 9, I believe. So I'm just going to randomly stamp this all over the page and stamp it better. That looks like, let's do a double stamp so I get rid of the ink. So I'll get light and dark. And let's do it off the page. And stamp and stamp. Sometimes I'm getting it dark, sometimes I'm getting it light. Alright, so we're going to stamp that, and I forget to double stamp. And I just want to fill up the page with butterflies. So that is enough, I think, there. So I'm going to switch over to a cancellation stamp. Let's go to the cancellation stamp. And I think I have my pencils out. I might color these in. I'm not sure. Where did this one go? Okay. So on this stamp set, I have a cancellation. So here's the cancellation. So let's stamp some of those that it's canceled. And do it randomly off and on the page. I stamped that one already. And I'm just canceling each stamp. Okay, so they're all canceled. And now I want to use some, let's use some colored pencil and then color some of these in. I have Prismacolor pencils here, not watercolor. These are regular pencils. So I have them in a case, which I just got recently, and I started collecting the colors. So here's the colors that I got so far. You can, on their website, order individual colors. So I bought a kit, and then, of course, they didn't have my favorite colors, so I had to go back in and get some purples, because purple is my favorite color, so I had to order them individually. I don't remember how much they were per thing. But let's do some, because my postcard is red and green and blue, let's do some red. I'm going to go with this red here. And I'm just going to color some of them in. Just back and forth, just to give it some, I don't know if I like that, but all right, so we'll do random every once in a while. I'm gonna do it lighter so it doesn't fill in the butterfly, because the butterfly kind of got washed. So let's do this one. All right, so I'm gonna do the top one, and let's change the color to, let's do some orange. So, oh, this, I'm sorry, this is PC923 was the number that I was using. And now I'm gonna go to PC1039, which is an orange. And let's do some orangey ones. And here, I'm just doing it randomly. And let's do that one. And now let's add some green. Let's add a green one. And the green one that I'm picking is, let's do a real green. I'm going to pick this maybe. This is Spring Green PC913. Oh, so this is so cool that I'm using my stamp sets again. Yeah, instead of hoarding them. Yeah, I did 2 green in a row. Oh well, I wanted to finish this. All right, so I think that is that. I'm going to make some, oh, I wanted to stamp the word postcard. So I have these postcard things. I really like this one. I'm going to stamp it on a separate sheet of paper. Let's just get a scrap. I have a scrap here, and I'm going to stamp postcard and then cut it out. Stamp this big one. All right, it took me over 2 hours to put those stamps into the computer. So I am really tired. But, oh, because I had this here, I want to color this in, so I'll use some of the same colors, I think, that I used. Let's color this in. Let's just do it all in red. Wait till you see the postcards that I made. I am following a tutorial, and I will link the tutorial below of who I followed, and it came out really pretty. So I made like journaling cards that I'm going to include in my book. So yeah, I can't show you how I made it, but I will show you my finished product, and I will link the tutorial below. So that's cool. I'm going to cut that out. And but the first thing I want to do is cut a little box, little circle, I'm sorry, out of the side. Now I have to bring my book because I remember which side I'm cutting off. Where's my book? All right, so if I look at my book, day 27, I want the this side. So I need to do the left side to make a circle type thing. So I'm just going to take my circle. I'm using a 1 3/8 punch, and I'm just going to punch it randomly in the center. I'm just eyeballing it. So I'm just going to punch this out here so it makes, so I know that I have a, why is it not stamping? Oh, that was a hard punch. All right, so I have that now, and didn't really punch very well, but all right, so I'm going to cut this out. I want to put postcard on here, and here's my scissors. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out a little bit. Postcard. All right, I think I'm just going to put it on there like that. All right, so that's that. I'm going to date it with today's date. And where's my date stamp? All right, so here is my date stamp. It is the 27th. Let's date it up here. All right, so that's the 27th. Now I'm going to glue this into my book. All right, so when you glue this into the book, here is my book. I'm going to glue it, the top, the right-hand side, and the bottom. I'm going to leave this open so I could put the postcards in there. I also want to highlight this more. All right, so that's that. That looks a little better. All right, so when I glue this in my book, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because it sticks really well. You can use double-sided tape if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac since I have it on my desk and handy. And I'm just going to glue just one little line around the top and the side and the bottom. All right, so this will go into my book, and it will let it dry for a bit before I put the postcards inside it. All right, so now I have a pocket here, but this has to dry, so we'll set this aside. Now you want to see my postcards. They are really cool. I did not journal on them yet. They are here somewhere. Okay, they're underneath my pencils. All right, so I have to tell you who I got it from first. All right, so I followed a tutorial by the Creativecove, and I will put the link to the actual video that I watched that I made these cards. So the first card that I made is this one. And I used the paper from the book, my Talk to Me book that I've been pulling pages out of. I pulled a page randomly, and then I just watercolored on top of it, and then I crossed out some words on here, and the words that stood out to me is right here, a story. So pretty cool, right? A story just popped out of the page. I made these flowers from her tutorial, and on the back I put postcard, and this is going to be for journaling. And what I used was these Dollar Tree Jot index cards 4x6 to make the that I glued it to. So now it makes lines, and I could journal on the back. I could write a story for today, which is really cool. So that is the first postcard. And that will go in here, and hopefully it will not stick out. Oh no, it's gonna stick out. Oh, it's gonna stick out. Oh no. Oh well, I guess it's gonna stick out unless I fold it. I really don't want it to stick out. All right, I think I'm going to fold it so it fits in here. I didn't plan very well. Oh well. All right, so I am going to fold this in half. I think I'm going to put it right in half. So let's do a score line. All right, so what is the score? It is, the height of this thing is 6, so I'm going to score it at 3. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to score it at 3. And the Stampin' Up thing has a cutting blade and a scoring blade. The gray is the scoring blade. So I'm going to score it on at 3. And then it will fold in half. Alright, so I scored it at 3. I'm going to fold it in half like that. So now I have a postcard that is half. I also can journal. So, yeah, it should fit in now. Hopefully it doesn't stick out. So it highlights a story. It's going to fit in here like this. And I may make a pull tab or something. But that's that in there. Okay, so the second one that I made, which also has to be scored and made smaller, but the second one is this one. And this one had a lot of words on here that I highlighted. And I also had a noteworthy. I printed it accidentally twice on my my wording thing when I was doing the stamp sets. And I figured might as well use it because I was going to throw it out, but it is noteworthy. So the words that are highlighted on here, it says write it, started, writing, read, and Dunkin' Donuts coffee. What? How could that happen? How could I went to Dunkin' Donuts? How could that happen? So anyway, that's what came up on this thing after I randomly picked it out, I swear. Randomly picked out the page. I randomly started doodling and drawing on here like she said to do. And those are the words that came out while I was doing this. So I thought that was really cool. So on the back, I also put it on the index card, and on the back I put the postcard. So now I could journaling on the back here. I could journal, I could write it. I can, something I started, something I'm writing, something I'm reading, Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, like something that's noteworthy. I also could jot down the Creative Cove on here, how I got the, I always like to note where I learned how to do something so I could look back and do it and give credit. So I could write the Creative Cove on here, and that's pretty cool. So this is not going to fit as I tried before, but we'll try it again. I doubt it because it was the same size as the other one. It's going to stick out. So that's not going to work. So I'm going to score this one at 3. Luckily, it's the same size as the other one. So we're going to score this at 3. I'm going to score it, go it this way and score it on 3. And put this on the 3 mark, and then it will fold in half. So kind of made a project lifeguard. And just be careful that you do not cut it, because there's 2 different blades on this thing. And I did do that once, and I was so mad I wanted to shoot myself. But anyway, so here you go. It's folded, and I can stick it in here for journaling for later. So that's that. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in another video. Bye.